We are on,
for you, Newport
on the road.
Number 17.
Just as I got started, the PA guy got started. I thought that was
number
one of y'all.
18,
We are in Corning, Arkansas, and it's kind of like we're in Lone Oak, Arkansas, where we're going to try to bring you a broadcast, but the PA guy, the speaker is 8 inches from my microphone, so we're just going to do the very best that we can. David Black, Hayden Schultz, Brian Prince, our good man Dan Klepechka, Ben Black on board, the producer and director. We welcome you to the broadcast. Newport at Corning, a big football game for the Newport Greyhounds. There's no doubt a must-win for the Hounds. Hayden Schultz, got to win tonight.
Absolutely. You know, that was a disgusting loss last week to Piggott. Didn't expect that coming out. I mean, you think it's going to be a hard-fought game, and Piggott just start to finish, they just wore us out on both ends of the ball, and this is where you got to come in. It's a little kind of a gut check, and you just got to redeem yourself right here and get ready to play the next game.
Lead sponsor for the Greyhound broadcast is WRMC Medical Complex in Newport. Dr. Philip Pack, who is a general surgeon at WRMC Surgery Clinic in Batesville. As you see the opening toss there, and the Greyhounds have won the toss, and they have elected to receive the football.
Toss and will receive.
Dr. Pack sees patients for a number of general surgery-related conditions, including abdominal pain, hernia, gallbladder, and more. He also provides follow-up care after surgery. To make an appointment with Dr. Pack at the WRMC Medical Complex Newport, call toll-free 1-800-371-8681. Brian Prince, ought to be a good one.
Man, it should be. Like we talked about on Facebook Live at about 6:30, this is Corning's homecoming, and so you know they want to win their homecoming. The bad part of that is, and you can always change the streak, but they are 0 for 17 in their last 17 conference outings. Last time they won was in 2014 against Manila. But not to interrupt you real quick, Greyhounds should be, wanting to get that bad taste out of their mouth because, they just didn't have it last week. Piggott took it to us, as hard as they could take it. And so I hope we got healthy and we got focused, regained our focus, and bring out a good game plan tonight.
Well, I talked with Coach Hansley earlier this week, and after they'd had a couple of practices, and that's right. And he said that the game plan is just to play hard, to continue to do what those guys do, and said you just got to get in there and you got to play hard and hope that you can execute the game plan. It all comes down to execution. These coaches can work as hard as they can do, but again, when you're dealing with 15, 16-year-old kids, sometimes, even when you're dealing with 25-year-old professionals, sometimes the execution is not there. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes the other guy just does better than you. This should be a football game where Newport needs to take control early. Let's get our business done. Let's get out of here. Got a couple of big football games coming up.
Oh, every one of them from here on out.
Yes.
Hounds will receive the football. Pregame show, Arkansas Steel Associates, 2803 Van Dyke Road. We thank them so much for helping with the broadcast and helping bring the broadcast to you here on Cable Channel 15 TV. And if you're watching it on the cable channel on Suddenlink, we remind everybody that we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on our website at www.cable15tv.com. All of our programs are on our website. They're all right there for you. They're all sitting there, and they're archived on that website. So if you need to see an older football game several years ago, get on there and let's go. Harris Ford, the opening kickoff at Van Dyke Road. Also, Newport, Arkansas, their website is harris-ford.com. Our commitment is to customer service, and it is second to none. Harris Ford brings the opening kickoff, and here is Hayden Schultz.
Kick to Monquel Cox. Monquel going to field it at the 25. Monquel is finally going to get pushed out of bounds. And that's a good return right there for Monquel Cox. Going to be marked at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, he picked it up about the 28, right on the sideline, and tried to make something happen. Did get 10 yards positive, and that's what you want to see. Trying to make an effort to get it on upfield.
Something new, too. Coach Ainsley, the head coach, he's a defensive-minded coach. We usually defer. We want the ball. Win the toss, and we're going to go out there and we're going to try to score early. I like it. Cash Forrester's going to start at quarterback. Monquel Cox in the backfield. Trips look to the right. There's an outside handoff to Monquel. Monquel trying to find something. Bounces outside. Monquel Cox has got some space. Monquel makes another guy miss. First down and more. Monquel Cox
on the carry.
Just a simple little pitch to Monquel. He let some folks get out there in front of him and kind of create him a lane, and he makes the rest happen with his speed. Pick up of about, 15, 16 yards?
They're going to mark it at the 40. 1st and 10 for the Hounds. Zane Watkins.
First down,
be your center.
Newport.
Connor Prince. Going to be at your right guard. We'll get the rest of the line. Here's a handoff. Joe Brodus up the middle. Joe Brodus bounces to the outside. Good blocking on the perimeter right there. Joe Brodus is going to walk in. It's a touchdown. Joe Brodus.
You've heard of term breaking ankles again? He stopped, moved to the left, broke that poor boy's ankles, and then got free.
Yeah, and you could see the speed factor, the cornerback out there just, it was, once he made that cut, it was Katie bar the door. He was going to go the distance. Hounds make it look easy scoring the first 26 seconds.
Brodus on the touchdown.
11:34 to go, first quarter. 2 plays for the Hounds and a touchdown.
Rolando Noguez for the extra point. Kick is up. It's a beauty, and it's
extra
good.
Point's good.
Didn't take the Hounds long to cover a little real estate there, and Ratcher One Real Estate. We thank those folks for sponsoring the touchdown drives, and each time we score a touchdown, we're going to remind you about Mary Reed, and we're going to remind you about Lauren. We're going to remind you about Carol Ann down there, and just a good folks and a great real estate company. And boy, that's what you call quick, easy, and the Hounds are quickly on the board, 7-0.
I love it. I love coming out there and scoring first. Even though Coach Hinsley is a defensive guy, I like going out there and scoring.
Well, the 2 schools of thought, obviously the only reason that you would defer is to get the ball to start the second half. You don't know how the half's going to play out. But there are just some coaches that do like to take the football and say, I'd rather have football. I'd rather score first.
Well, you saw last week they hit us right smack in our chops, and we never recovered. And I'm thinking that's maybe what he thought. Let's go hit them, get their chops, get in their chops, and get a touchdown.
Rolando Noguez with a Harris Ford kickoff. Kicks it deep to about the 15-yard line. Looking for somewhere to get out, and then the host of Hounds are going to tackle him.
Wilson on the return.
Mark it right at the 31.
Corning onto the field for their first possession with 11:29 to go here in the opening quarter in Corning, Arkansas. About 13 miles from the Missouri border.
Cox and Clark on the stop.
Made a lot of improvements here. New bleachers, new press box here at Corning, new light system. Looks like the field. I remember the last time I played here several years ago, it was like playing on dirt. But boy, they've really done a lot for the program here. Hadn't had a lot of success winning football games, as Brian alluded to, but a great crowd here tonight for the Corning Bobcats.
There's snap, quarterback keep to the right. He's got a hole. O'Shea Pruitt's going to tackle him, but it's a first down.
Hard on the keeper.
It's one of those frustrating offenses when you got a bunch of guys moving. You just got to stay
Wilson
at home and do your job.
Brought it out to the 48-yard line. One thing I do like seeing is I love all the U.S. flags that drape the field around.
Corning. First down.
We're also running that 3 front like we did against Hoxie. Is that when we did it? And we'll walk down our outside linebackers. Walnut Ridge.
Yeah.
Walk down our outside linebacker, so it's really a 5-2 box. There's a snap. Quarterback keep to the right. Set the edge. That's a great job, and they're going to tackle him. He's going to pick up a few, though.
Just inside our side of the 50.
Wilson on the carry, gain of 2, or gain of 3. Pruitt on the stop.
Like seeing number 56 out there. Luke Samaniago back out there starting tonight.
Yeah, Luke got the injury earlier in the year and had to sit for a couple of games. Just really hadn't been 100%. And he's out there, and I love the way that kid gives tremendous effort. He'll play hard, I'll guarantee you.
Going to switch back to a 4 front. Dalton Phillips going to check in. There's the snap. Handoff around the edge. He's going to pick up a few. Again, make it second and about 4. Or third and 4, excuse me.
10:22 to go here in the opening quarter. Hounds up 7-0.
Brings up third
Corning
down and
Bobcats
3.
with their first possession.
Zane Watkins and Luke Samaniego, your defensive ends, and your big defensive tackles, Dalton Phillips and Alex Emery. Of course, you got the Bash brothers in the middle, Julius Clark, James Dixon, Alberto Garcia, Tariq Richardson, and Tydrell Fryer. Also out there for the Hounds. Try to go dead call, guy in motion. Just a direct snap. He gets nowhere.
It's going to bring up one of those fourth downs that the Greyhound defense has loved over this course of the season
Smith
and last year as well.
Absolutely.
Pruitt on the stop.
And you're on the other side of the 50, right at the 45-yard line. You'd think they'd go for it here. 4th and a big 4 here. There's the snap, just quarterback keep, nowhere. Julius Clark hits him in the backfield, turnover.
Just a great
Clark
penetration,
Newport takes
great
over.
read, and a great tackle.
Yeah, assignment. That was his assignment. He has the quarterback on that play, and he's got to make the tackle, and he did. And that's what we talked about in the pregame. You got to execute the game plan. We were in position to make a play and made the play once we got there. Hounds ball going the other way.
Yeah, and unlike last week, we were unable to set those corners, and we've started out well tonight setting those corners.
Left tackle, Xavier Foster. Left guard, going to be Dalton Phillips. Your center, Zane Watkins. Right guard, Connor Prince. And your right tackle, Alex Emery. Hand off up the middle to Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus
is gone.
Open hole. And Joe Brodus. Touchdown.
Brodus on the touchdown.
No flags. 9:02 to go here in the opening quarter. 13-0 your Hounds.
Gaping hole right there. I mean, Joe Brodus, he's got to credit the O-line right there. Did a great job giving him the space, and then he just takes off and leaves everybody.
Yeah, Joe 50-plus, give him 52 on the touchdown run at the 9:02 mark. And again, covering a lot of Bratcher 1 real estate out there as Joe just gathered up 52 yards worth.
Orlando Noguez for the PAT. High snap. Spencer Murphy's going to try to keep it. Spencer, they're going to say no good. He just gets knocked out.
9:02 to go here in the opening quarter. Hounds up 13-0. Got to commend the offensive line on that play right there because they did create a hole.
You know, Modern Woodman is all about coming together and making a positive impact on each other in the community, and that's about what Brenda Benish does on a daily basis. Always doing many hours of community service, public service, and been involved in giving hundreds of thousands of dollars back to our community. And it's more about, it's more than just being an insurance agent there, no doubt. Brenda is a community giver, a time giver. She does a great job. Next time you see Brenda Benish, tell her, number one, we were talking about her here on Greyhound Football, and tell her also thank you for what she does for our community. She's at 106 South State Street in Newport. Dennis Neal, All Surface Resurfacing. Check him out on his Facebook page and see what this guy does. You talk about a guy that can do some handy-dandy work. Brian Prince.
Yes, sir.
Done a lot of work for you.
He has. He worked over our bathrooms and did a great job.
Dennis Neal, All Surface Resurfacing. You can call him at 870-664-1224. A lot of commercial work also.
Ball kicked to the 25-yard line. Still on his feet. They're going to mark him close to the 40.
We'll be looking for a Newport Auto Body Collision of the Week. And, of course, the Subway Coaches Show at the end of the broadcast. Miguel Motors Player of the Game.
Garcia on the stop. And Cooper.
And it's loud. That PA is loud. It's not so much the PA,
it's still not ranking with Lone Oak.
No. Lone Oak. No. I agree.
Not at all.
1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line for the Bobcats. Try to go dead play. Switching back to that 3 front. There's a snap. He's
Ball's
on
the ground.
Looks like he
Fumble
gets back
on the
on
play,
it.
recovered by Corning.
When you try to run that jet sweep and you're reading that defensive end, it's tough because you're not wanting to give the ball just yet, and it's just miscommunication right there.
And a real slow developing jet sweep at that. Our guys was back there, trying to decide if they were going to take the pitch or not.
8.5 to play here in the first quarter. Hounds already on top, 13-0.
Make it 2nd and 11. Ball on the 39. There's a snap. He's going to drop back, look to pass. A little miscommunication right there. He throws it out of bounds.
Pass incomplete, intended for Wilson. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Sonic Drive-In. Either one of y'all did Sonic this week? I did a couple of times.
No, I went by and got a couple of Route 44 waters with mango flavoring in it.
There you go.
I went after the junior high game last night.
There you go. Everybody circles the Sonic and gets them a little something to eat, a little treat. As a matter of fact, I ate there 3 times this week.
Attaboy.
3rd and 11 for Corning. There's motion, fake handoff, play action. He's looking to pass. He's got a guy in the flats. He just drops it.
Pass incomplete.
Yeah, he would came down inbound, so. Another 4th down coming up for Corning. 8:06 to go here in the opening quarter. Hounds up 13-0.
If you're looking for an ATV and it's that time of year, a lot of hunting seasons going on right now, deer hunting, regular gun season, so on and so forth, just around the corner. Martin Power Sports in Batesville is a place to go, folks. I promise you. Give those guys an opportunity. If you've got a trade-in, you want to trade your old or your used Honda in for a Honda, or your Honda in for an Arctic Cat, your Arctic Cat for a Honda, give the guys a chance to, as you see the punt going to roll dead at the 34-yard line. But Textron off-road ATVs and utility vehicles, they have them all. Have motorcycles, scooters, all types of utility vehicles, and a great amount of used inventory. And you can check out that inventory at martinpowersports.com. And if you're thinking about going fishing, you need a boat and a motor, they got that too.
Had a high snap there. He was lucky to get it off and get what he got. Hounds start out at their own 34.
3 plays, 13 points on the board so far.
Joe Brodus at your tailback. Cash Force still at quarterback. Hand off to Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus up the middle. Joe Brodus going to pick up 5 there.
Just followed his blockers. Nice to see some push
Smith
out of our offensive line tonight.
Clock moving, 7.5 to play here in the first quarter. 13-0 Greyhounds lead. 2nd down and 5.
There's the snap. Handoff right back to Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus hit. Joe Brodus getting outside. Joe Brodus runs over a guy.
Got enough for the first down.
Carry.
Up to our 49.
Burkhardt on the stop.
I believe Joe Brodus ran over one of our offensive linemen right there.
Run up his back. Sure did.
Cash brings the play in from the sideline.
I'm going to get Cash a Fitbit, I think, and see how many steps he does during the game.
He does thousands.
I'm telling you.
1st and 10 for the Hounds. They will throw the flag. Going to be a false start.
Illegal procedure against Newport.
Illegal procedure, as you heard on the PA. Look like we're going to take a shot right there to Garrett Body. I like it. This is one of those games where you know that you should win. And this is where you can open up offense and do some things that you normally don't do in a tough ball game.
Because they're expecting Joe Brodus up the gut.
Right.
Joe Brodus up the gut.
And if I was a defense coordinator, I expect the same thing. I mean, that kid's a load. 1st and 15. Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus hitting the backfield, and he's going to be tackled.
Brodus on the carry. Stop.
He just ran into a pile right there. It's like they were playing a goal line defense, and that's what he found.
Doesn't pick up any on the play. Going to make it 2nd and 15.
6:55 to go here in the opening quarter. Hounds up 13-0.
Throwing that rock right here, guys.
You got that trips look. O'Shea Pruitt, Julius Clark, Alberto Garcia. There's the snap. It's going to be a fumble. And Corning is going to jump on it.
Corning takes over.
Before Cash caught the football, before he caught it, there was somebody already in the backfield, and by the time Cash got ready to throw, that guy was already there. Man, that guy came from nowhere, and we didn't put a body on him. Kind of hard to throw when you've got guys right in your face like that so quickly.
When you run the ball like we do, that power offense that we do, you have to bring more than just your 4-down lineman. Right there, they blitzed the guy, and it paid off for them.
Absolutely.
First and 10 for the Bobcats on the 26. There's a snap. Fake handoff. Quarterback Keaton. Now he's going to throw it out in the flat. He's going to pick up a few.
Wilson on the reception.
That's a Gus Malzahn play.
I love it. I like that because you got 3 options on that play.
Yes,
right
sir.
there.
Yep, got almost 9.
Clark and Richardson on the stop.
Going to go up tempo now, it looks like. 2nd and 1 for the Bobcats. Motion. He hands it off, and he's going to get dropped back for a loss. And like Brian said, if you're going to run it, that guy has to come full speed, and you have to make up your mind quick. You can't keep stretching because you're putting it all on your offensive line, block those guys for 6-7 seconds.
Hard to do.
You just can't do it.
Hard to do.
No matter who you are, I don't care. 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats. He's looking to pass, and it is incomplete.
Pass incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Trying to set up a little screen on the backside over there, a little bubble screen, and just...
He had a lane. If he catches it, he's probably in the end zone. Another 4th down coming up.
Lindley Health and Rehab Center, 326 Lindley Lane. Watch all their programs on our website or at cable15tv.com or on Facebook, Cable 15 TV, or at Newport Cable 15 TV on YouTube. We're everywhere.
I watched some Greyhound Classics this week.
Did you? Yes, sir.
4th and 5. He looks back to pass. He's rushed. Has nowhere to go, and then just going to throw it.
Pass incomplete.
Turnover on downs.
Newport takes over.
You know, they had a 2nd down and 2 and ended up giving up the football after a loss on that 2nd down and 2. They lost about 3. Forced them into a throwing situation there, and they just couldn't get it completed. Nobody was open, so great coverage by Newport in their secondary. 5:24 to play in the first quarter. Hounds up 13-0. Their 3rd offensive possession, no, actually their 4th offensive possession, scored on 2.
Me and Brian are loving on each other up here.
Boy, there's some. We're in close quarters here.
Well, let me scoot down here, guys. Come on.
I didn't have to worry about getting cold tonight if it had been cold.
1st and 10 for the Hounds. There's a snap handoff to Monquel Cox. Monquel still trying to get outside. Monquel, guy hits him. Now he's tiptoeing the sideline. Monquel cutting across field. Monquel Cox. And he's going to walk into the end zone. That is right there
Cox
is
on the
speed
touchdown
from
for Newport.
Monquel Cox. And the ability to stay on his feet right there. Touchdown.
The coaches for Corning are just shaking their head right now.
79 yards, and Monquel got a lot of that on his own. Looked like he was going to come out of bounds, and he tiptoed down the sideline, a little tightrope. Gets the Hounds their 3rd touchdown of the night, and that's beautiful running by Monquel Cox.
Yeah, 5:05 to go here in the opening quarter. Hounds up 19-0.
Did he cover some Bratcher One real estate there, my friend?
Absolutely.
Yes, he did. See Mary Reed and all the crew. They're located at Malcolm Avenue, right across the street from Purdy's now in their new location.
After that high snap earlier, now the Hounds are going to go for 2. Garrett coming in motion. Just a pitch play to Garrett. Garrett looking for somewhere. Garrett sticks his shoulder down. 2-point conversion is good.
I love the play. Love the play. 21-0 Hounds. 5:05 to go here in the opening quarter.
Merchants and Planters Bank, main office, 2nd Hazel Street in Newport. Their phone number is 523-3601. You can look them up on the web at mnpbank.com. And, of course, they have the north office there and also offices throughout northeast and north central Arkansas. Norman Baker Pharmacy, Mary Davis and crew, located at 2200 Malcolm in formerly the Kroger building. The new WRMC Medical Complex, been there for, not quite a year, I don't guess, maybe. A convenient drive-through window, filling your prescription with generic drugs when possible to save you money, and filing the insurance and medical drug reports for you. True quality service from friendly, caring professionals.
I know Dan just had a real good shot of the sideline.
So apparently there's a flag on the play on the 2-point. Did you get it, Dan?
Yeah, let's get back down to. I didn't.
We did not see anything. So now we're going to have to go for it on the, 12-yard line. Cash looking to pass. He's got a guy, and we're going to get the 2-point.
Garrett body.
That right there is a bullet for Cash Forrester.
That is a very difficult throw to make. Cash had time to throw number one, and he throws a bullet to Garrett Body on just a quick down and in and back out pattern again. Kind of a back shoulder toss and catch, but I mean a rocket rifle from Cash Forrester.
Well, the penalty had to have been, what, 15 yards?
I think it was a 10-yarder. I think they were on the 12.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I never even saw a flag.
He signaled good on when Garrett walked in.
Walked in, sure did. Dan had a real good shot at the sideline over there, and it always makes me proud. One of the first persons or people you'll see, Alton out there taking pictures, man.
Alton Walker does a marvelous job supporting our kids, and not just in football, but I mean lots of community events that he gets out to, and you know, our thoughts and prayers always with Alton Walker.
Orlando Noguez, high kick, fielded at the 20. Looking for a crease, and he's not going to get anywhere.
Made it to the 35 and met the Hounds. 4:59 to go here in the opening quarter. Hounds up 21-0. Homecoming night here in Corning, Arkansas, home of the Bobcats. Just feels great out here tonight. You couldn't ask for better football weather than this. Got a little breeze, kind of in our face. We're on the west side.
I wished I had a cupcake.
Hey, we got cupcakes. We got stuffed cookie sandwiches. Oh, dude. Sadie's Main Street Sweets has hooked us up.
Again.
Jill is doing excellent.
First and 10, the ball on the 35. Handoff nowhere.
I mean, we were they were just like them on us. We went right back and paid them back.
Smith on the carry.
I don't think anybody right there blocked Julius
Pruitt on the stop.
He was almost there for the handoff.
David, can I ask this?
Yes,
can you get a brand or Newport Auto Body Shop Collision of the Week if you play offense?
Yes, sir. Let's call it. Yes, sir. You want to find one tonight?
Well, I thought I saw one earlier.
All right. Good deal. Absolutely, we can.
There's a fake handoff, quarterback keep. He's still trying to get outside, and we're going to tackle him right around the original line of scrimmage. Luke Samaniego.
Line of scrimmage brings up 3rd down and 10.
4:14 and counting. 21-0 Hounds over Corning Bobcats at homecoming here.
That's Luke chasing from this side of the field to that side of the field. Scott Wood Ram Truck Center halftime report coming up. If you hadn't been by their nice new dealership there in Newport, go by and give them a visit.
3rd and 10 for the Bobcats. Going to look to pass. Going to set up a screenplay. He's hit.
Pass complete to
Now here's the question, Hayden. They're backed up now, and it's 4th down. Are they going to go or are they going to punt?
Dixon on the stop brings up 4th down and 6.
David makes a good. You have to punt, but the way that we go score in this ball game, do you not try to take a chance and try?
Boy, it sure looks like it. Or he's going to quick kick.
4th and 6. Got to watch the football. There's the snap. Fake, going to throw it to the other side. He's got a guy. He makes a guy miss.
Just not going to get there.
Going to be short.
A for effort. I mean, it was a well-designed plane.
To Hovis. Thomas on the stop. Newport takes over.
I think they're trying to help us get to that mercy rule a little sooner.
Well, they thought they had a play, and they did have a play, and they were very, very close, and I applaud them for their efforts in trying. But we're at 3:07 to play, and Greyhounds lead 21-0.
First and 10 for the Hounds. Cash looking to pass. He's hit. He's overthrown. They're going to throw a flag. Hit him before the ball got there.
They'll come back to the line of scrimmage and mark off 15 yards from there.
Pink flags tonight.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Exactly.
Quick thing also about Alton Walker, we were talking about all he does. every single Pee Wee game, 4th, 5th, and 6th, he's been to.
Yes, sir.
We played at Rivercrest. We played at Gosnell when it poured down rain. The whole entire day we played, and Mr. Alton Walker was there.
And if y'all are watching this Saturday morning, bright and early, when it's posted or on YouTube, remember, starting at 10 o'clock Saturday morning, our 4th, 5th, and 6th graders are out playing home this weekend, vying for playoff spots. Go support those young men that are going to be Greyhounds.
1st and 10, they're going to call a flag.
Because you'll see some fun football
against Newport
in the morning.
Illegal procedure on the Hounds. Going to back them up to the 35 now. Yeah, like Brian said, 5th and 6th, they win, they go to the playoffs.
Wow. Well, that's a great program. You know, we had Pee Wee football many, many years ago, and then it went away for a lot of years, and several of us old guys got together. And
it used to be tag flag, didn't it?
Yes.
Something.
Yeah. And anyway, got it going back again. There's a long count. We're going to get a +5 on that.
Right back to where we started from. And I commend all those volunteer coaches out there. Not only the football team, but the cheerleading squad. It takes a lot of volunteers to pull that off. Concession stand workers. Makes you proud of your hometown.
Yes, sir, it does. Absolutely. Absolutely. 2:59 to play first quarter, 21-0 in favor of the Greyhounds, and Hounds have a 1st down and 10.
It's at the 30-yard line. There's the snap. Cash looking to pass. He's got a guy open. Julius Clark, touchdown Hounds.
Touchdown Newport.
And you see it right there on the camera. Cash, his initial reads to the left to throw the out. Comes back and looks, and now he knows that guy's coming running that seam route down the middle. He's wide open.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It was a great read. It was a great play call. Hounds up 27-0. We're still here in the first quarter. El Puente Restaurant. You can call 523-2369. You can call in and drive through and pick it up. Hounds get.
Rolando Noguez. Kick is up. Rolando, good.
Just remind you about El Puente, great food, and you'll never leave there hungry. You can try the fajitas, the fajita taco salads, fajita nacho supremes, delicious lunch specials, great service, great tea, great cheese dip, great salsa at El Puente. And another Bratcher 1 real estate touchdown, this time through the air covering that real estate. Cash is throwing the ball very, very well, and we're catching it very, very well. One of the problems that we've had in the passing game has been our inability to catch passes that are catchable balls.
And our line are giving him time to go through his progressions, like Hayden was just talking about, looking to the left and then finding his open receiver. Yeah, that's teamwork right there. Everybody doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Jackson Funeral Home, the 1900 block of Malcolm Avenue, our family serving your family. And the City of Newport Recycling Center, accepting cardboard, newspaper, magazines, white paper, plastic, tin cans, aluminum, electronics, clothing, glass bottles, and more. Call 217-0070 for Bonnie for more information. Here is the Harris Ford kickoff.
Rolando Noguez going to kick it deep again. Going to be right at the 20. Looking for some space. Finally going to knock him down at the 35.
That's been about their magic starting spot. 2:45 to go, opening quarter. Hounds up 28-0 here in Corning, facing the Bobcats on homecoming night here. Good feeling evening out here.
Dixon on the stop.
Don't forget to join us, y'all. We talk about our Facebook Live. We come on the first time at 6:30. We'll be back on live at halftime and for a wrap-up after the game. It's brought to you by Mark Martin Power Sports. So come watch and, give us a shout-out letting us know you're watching.
Absolutely.
1st and 10, ball on the 35. Just a handoff up the middle. He's hit.
Smith on the carry. Pruitt on the stop.
Looks like Julius Pruitt. Another tackle for him.
You know, we've been in two festive atmospheres the last 2 weeks at Piggott.
Timeout,
all their
Corning.
tailgating. They had a big area set up here for all the homecoming. They were eating and cooking and barbecuing.
Timeout on the field, and a reminder that the Greyhound luncheons are held each Monday at noon at Unity Health Harris Medical Center. Great lunch for $5. Coach talks about what's going on and as far as the football program goes, and the Booster Club covers all the activities that are going on from other Greyhound sports. But Unity Health and Harris Medical Center always willing to help Greyhound athletics, and they help us here on the broadcast and help the broadcast on 96.7. We thank Unity Health. NEDC, John Chadwell, and folks, again, if you hadn't been downtown to see the new park down there and the new stage and the new bricks that have been put in, and I mean, it's just real neat for Newport, Arkansas to have something like that. Thank all the folks that work hard, from the government officials, Newport, and NEDC. John Chadwell in the chamber with Julie Allen.
Give him one on the last play, make it 2nd and 9 for the Bobcats. Hounds look like they're going to bring pressure. They lose the snap, and then going to just try to throw it. He actually catches it. Going to lose one.
It'd been better off he hadn't caught it. Another big third down coming up. 2:23 to go here, opening quarter. Your Hounds up 28-0 over the Corning Bobcats.
Third down and 11.
Our defense has just been stifling so far. Had one turnover on deep in our end of the field. Able to keep them out, all 4 downs.
Third and 11 for the Bobcats. There's a handoff to the weak side. He's hit. Julius Pruitt still on his feet, and then here comes the host of Hounds to hit him.
Wilson on the carry.
Boy, big pop there.
Richardson and Pruitt on the stop.
Yes, sir, they were. Tariq Richardson. We had several people in on the stop, but Tariq with a big pop. It could be a Newport Auto Body Shop collision. You know, Brand Body Shop sponsored that for many years, and the guys who are there right now are guys that have been there for many years too, and my fault for calling them the Brand Body Shop. They are Newport Auto Body Shop. They may fire me.
No, the brand lets them know where they're at now. They can go find them.
Absolutely.
4th and about 7 for the Bobcats. They will go for it. Looking to pass. Throws it. Incomplete pass. Turnover.
Pass incomplete. Newport takes
on
over.
Downs.
52 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Hounds taking over, up 28-0.
Bank of England Mortgage Company. Y'all know Kenny Thaxton. He's a Greyhound and a big Greyhound supporter. He's located in the Village Mall, 2105 Malcolm Avenue. Phone number is 870-495-3931. If you're thinking about a loan, you're thinking about buying a home, and you need to talk to somebody about getting some money to buy the home, he's the guy you need to talk to. He's the one who we go to. Done our last 5 or 6 loans our family has with Kenny Thaxton in the Bank of England.
1st and 10 for the Hounds. Here's the snap, handoff. Joe Brodus up the middle.
Good flag on the field. In the vicinity of
Brodus
holding.
on the carry, flag on the play.
More than likely going to be a holding, like Brian said.
Holding against Newport.
And they will call it a hold.
We've had a real clean game outside of the one turnover.
Just a miscommunication when they blitzed that guy and nobody picked him up. And it's a game where you work on stuff like that. First and 20 for the Hounds. There's a snap. Cash looking to pass. Going to run a slant. J.T. Haynes through his hands.
Pass incomplete.
Cash put it on the money.
Pass intended for Haynes. Second down and 18.
Clock stops, 27.4 to play in the quarter. Hounds up 28-0 here.
They shortened Cash's run that time.
Ball right at the 46-yard line for the Hounds. Second and 20, excuse me. There's that blitz again, but Monquel Cox going outside. Monquel Cox finally going to be brought down.
Going to bring it down to a little more manageable. 3rd and 7. Probably going to be the last play of the first quarter. Hounds up 28-0.
That will end the first quarter. The
Hounds down for Newport.
Will not run another play, and will switch into the field. Farmers Tire Mart, 1501 Malcolm Avenue, where the rubber meets the road. Tires for cars, trucks, tractors, trailers, ATV, lawnmowers, you name it. And auto services, including oil changes, where they'll check the belts in your hoses. Tire rotation, front end work, brakes, front and rear, and obviously they fix flats, as you see a picture of the scoreboard there. Or partially 28-0 in favor of the good guys, the Newport Greyhounds. Mobile service available at Farmers Tire Mart. Check us out at facebook.com/Farmers Tire Mart or on the web at farmerstiremart.com. Robert Turner at 2802 Stegall Road, a financial advisor for Edward Jones and former Greyhound great. Number 62 in your program, number 1 in your heart. Invested in the community, Robert Turner. Got a lot of focus areas, including individuals with estate needs, insurance needs, college savers, retirees, investors' savings for retirement. Give Robert Turner a call at 523-8780. George Kell Motor Company player of the game at the end of the broadcast, and the Mark Hasley Report brought to you by Subway in the Walmart Supercenter. Dr. Jeff Angel for all your orthopedic surgeon needs. If you need to see an orthopedic surgeon, give the Medical Park Orthopedic Clinic a call in Batesville, 870-793-2371 to find out how to schedule an appointment in Newport with Dr. Angel at the WRMC Newport Medical Complex.
I did grab my Subway on the way out of town from Newport to bring with me and eat on the way over in the second half when I got here.
3rd and 7 for the Hounds. There's a snap, looking to pass. Cash is hit. And Cash is still on his feet. Finally brought down.
That was quite interesting right there.
Hounds will punt, or at least bring the punting unit on. Here in the second quarter, leading 28-0.
Fourth and 12 for the Hounds. Xavier Foster, your long snapper. And JT Haynes going to punt for the Hounds. And there's the snap, high snap. JT going to field it. Good punt for JT Haynes. It's going to hit and it's going to roll into the end zone.
40-yard kick.
Yeah, real good punt.
Had a lot of air under it.
10:53 to go here in the second quarter. Hounds up 28-0 here at Corning Bobcat Stadium. I mean, it feels great out here tonight. They have a great crowd too.
Speaking of eating lunch, I know I eat a lot. Sam's Diner in the Yellow Building on 2nd Street. What a great plate lunch. Monday, fried chicken, spaghetti. Tuesday, meatloaf, which is my favorite. Next to Wednesday, which hamburger steak is my favorite with Mexican chicken. Next to Thursday, which is the breaded pork chops, which is my favorite. And then Friday, roast beef and chicken and dressing, which is my favorite at Sam's Diner. And folks, let me tell you what, it's affordable.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats on the 20. Just a handoff up the middle, and he's going to get nothing.
On the stop.
Did you see all that commotion before they snapped the ball? The whole line moved from one end to the other and back, and
Just want to announce I've got the cow flop bingo going right now. The cow is out.
There you go. Right here in Corning, Arkansas. Cow flop bingo. The cow's out.
Bingo is sponsored by the Booster Club. The winner takes home $2,500.
Wow. Well, that's a heck of a flop right there.
$2,500 for that flop.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
2nd and 10. Fake handoff, quarterback keep. Alex Hemmer going to bring him down.
Reached out with that big paw and got him.
Scroggin on the carry.
Alex still looks a
Wilson on
little
the carry.
ginger. And what
Emery
I mean by
on the
that
stop.
is, you know, he got injured last week, or got hurt last week. I don't know if it was an injury, but he looked real tender. Great play by the young man, but as he was getting up and walking back to the huddle or back to the line of scrimmage,
Third and about 4 for the Bobcats. Man in motion, fake handoff, quarterback keep again.
Gonna get them a first on this one. I believe that'll be
Pruitt and Pryor on
their
the stop.
second first down of the evening.
Wilson on the carry. That's another Corning. First down.
9:33 to go here in the second quarter. Hounds up 28-0 over the Corning Bobcats.
First and 10, here's the snap. Fake handoff, then going to give it to the guy coming around. And he's hit. They're going to throw a flag on us.
Flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Newport.
Yep, unsportsmanlike against the Hounds.
Second one always gets caught.
Cash Forrester 2 of 3 tonight for 42 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions. Julius Clark's got a reception, which is for 29 yards and a touchdown.
First down.
Garrett Body also got one reception for 13 yards. Monquel Cox, 3 rushes, 110 yards. Joe Brodus, 5 rushes, 107 yards. So, I mean, looks like the run game is there for the Hounds.
compliments Brian Underwood. Austin Lane, the human highlight reel.
The best of the best.
Ricky Morales,
The other Brian.
Shane Hutchison, and Kevin Pierce from 96.7 River Country.
Got to get our defense to dig back in here and focus right now.
First and 10, bobbles the snap. He's going to pick up about 5 on the play.
Wilson on the carry.
He just picked it up, dropped it, and lowered his head. And
Richardson on the stop. Gain of 5, second down and 5.
$8:20 to go. Second quarter, Hounds up 28-0.
Corning just getting over the 50-yard line, making it the 49, second and 5. There's the snap. Fake handoff, looking to pass. Still looking. Here comes the pressure. He's got a man. And he'll catch it
Pass complete
short
to Hovis.
of a first down. Make it 3rd and 2 for the Bobcats.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
He just went and sat in his spot and just stayed there.
7.5 to play, second quarter, 28-0 Greyhounds.
Try to go dead play there. And there's a snap, just a quarterback snake, and he is going to get a first down.
Hard on the keeper.
Move the chains, stop the clock.
I believe that's the third, only the third first down yielded here in the first half by the Greyhound defense.
That's another Corning. First down.
First and 10 for the Bobcats. Ball on the 43. Here's snap, just a toss play. He fumbles. Then he's hit by a host of hounds right there.
Richardson on the stop.
Just
Smith on the
great
carry.
pursuit right there.
White River Area Agency on Aging at 1200 Highway
Loss of one brings
367
up
North.
second down to 11.
Next to Glass Plus, providing in-home care services, bathing, meal prep, light housekeeping, transportation, and care coordination, providing assistance in understanding how senior care works. Great staff at Newport's White River Area Agency on Aging at 200 Highway 367 North.
Gonna lose one there. Make it 2nd and 11 for the Bobcats. There's the snap. Fakes it this time, looking to pass. Here comes pressure, and he just throws it away. Joe Brodus and O'Shea Pruitt
Pass
were about to
incomplete.
get their hands on him.
They were in hot pursuit. Yeah. 3rd and long 11. 6:05 to go here in the second quarter. Hounds up 28-0 over the Corning Bobcats here on homecoming night.
Third and 11 for Corning. Shotgun, quarterback keep to the left. O'Shea Pruitt just got tackled.
And then made the tackle.
And made the tackle.
As he was going down, he did get tackled.
Pruitt and Pruitt.
I don't know how you do not see that, but we're
3rd down and 11.
Well, they stopped. There's a flag. They stopped it, so it must have been a flag.
Holding against Corning.
yeah, there it is.
He caught it.
Better late than never.
Oh, I'm up here and I saw it. He tackled him.
And he made the tackle.
And made the tackle.
Yes, sir. It's a great play by O'Shea.
That's adding insult to injury, isn't it?
Yes, sir. 5:58. Clock stopped. 28-0 Hounds.
Garrett Body, Pruitt, Tydrell Fryer, Luke.
After the penalty, 3rd and 21. There's a snap, fakes the bubble, looking to pass, and
another hold.
in pursuit, and just throws it away again.
Another hold.
Flags on the play. Holding against Corning.
Line of scrimmage was the 46, and the quarterback was down around the 20.
Penalties declined.
When he finally
Brings
got
up
rid of the
4th
ball.
down.
We do decline the penalty to make it 4th down. And 21. And it looks like Corning's going to go for it. There's going to be a timeout,
Timeout,
Corning.
Think about that one.
Well, the thing you think about is, golly gee, you've been struggling moving the ball all night, and there's a shot of some of the crowd that made the trip here from Newport. A light crowd, but nonetheless, a pretty good drive, and not a bad crowd. Certainly not full by any stretch of the imagination, but we do have some folks here. What I was going to mention, when it's been difficult to gain 3 and 4 yards per play, and you look at 4th and 21, you go, well, what can we do to get 21? And it's just a difficult call from the Bobcat standpoint.
You're just hoping for a pass interference or busted coverage. Or you could punt it.
Try to go dead play there. Hounds do not fall for it. There's the snap. And he's going to punt it. It's blocked. And Joe Brodus is going to scoop. And Joe Brodus is finally going to be brought down inside the 10. Joe Brodus, We only rushed 3 there.
And returned it.
And that's when you go out and try to do that short punt, try to go dead play, it doesn't work because you only got 3 yards from you and a defensive guy.
And any penetration, you see the end result.
I was just looking for the last 2 words of the scoop and score.
I was ready.
I knew you were. Yes, sir. He scooped. Boy, Brodus was in the backfield quickly, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he timed that one perfect and then shucked that old boy.
I think if you snapped it deep, he still would have blocked it.
I agree. 5:44 to play here in the first half.
1st and goal. Give it to Joe Brodus up the middle. Joe Brodus going to walk in the end zone.
Give him his reward right there.
Brodus on the
Hounds will
touchdown.
be going for the 35th point of the night. Hounds again covering a lot of real estate. Most of that real estate covered by the blocked punt by Joe Brodus, and then he covers the rest of the Bratcher 1 real estate on the ground.
That's his 3rd touchdown as well.
Wow. Great night for Joe Brodus.
Orlando Noguez for the extra point. There's the snap, hold, kick, right down the middle. Orlando Noguez, it's good.
35-0. 5:40 to go here in the second quarter.
Spencer Murphy with a great hold. We sometimes fail to mention Spencer. And who's the snapper?
Xavier Foster.
Xavier? Okay, good deal. Good deal. 35-0 with 5:40 to play. And obviously, I guess here's an interesting question. It's 35-0, and the sportsmanship rule does not go into effect until the second half.
We've seen it go in the first half some.
We have that. My question would be, if it's really not supposed to the second half and you decide you want to do it in the first half and then Corning scores, do you take it off at that stage?
Probably, you got the home clock here.
There you go. Do it as they would do.
Yeah, because Lone Oak, we were up by 35 and they scored, but they kept the clock rolling.
Right.
They wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, but in the second half, though.
Right.
Yeah, once it's in the second half, yeah, it could be 35-28. After it's 35-0, it's still run.
Orlando Noguez is going to kick it. They're catching it at the 35. Like Brian said, that's their place to set up shop.
Sam Nicholson Farms supporting the Greyhound athletics for over 4 generations, and more on the way. The Nicholson Family Farms. Glass Plus, located at 1110 Highway 367 North, handling residential, commercial, and automotive glass. We do mirrors, screen prints, picture framing, auto glass repair and replacement. 523-3505. Mark Manning Shelter Insurance, auto, home, life, and business renters. We're your shield, we're your shelter. Located at 1400 Malcolm Avenue at 523-6514. And my battery guys, Neil and Keith. The battery guys located at 2400 Highway 367 North, handling all types of batteries for your auto, boat, ATV, and golf carts. We do sales and service on golf carts too. Come by and see the battery guys or call them at 523-2758 BNT Battery.
1st and 10. Handoff. Big hit there.
That's a
Strogan on the carry.
team effort. Newport auto body collision of the week. Team effort by the Newport defense.
That's exactly right.
Julius Pruitt, first one there, and then about 4 guys come to take that guy's head off.
They did, you got to have speed to run that kind of offense because it's just so slow in developing.
Going to lose 4 on the play. Second and 14 for the Bobcats. Quarterback keep to the left, trying to get outside. O'Shea Pruitt, nowhere.
Just outstanding pursuit by O'Shea.
Wilson on the carry.
4:45 remaining in the first half. 35-0 in favor of the Greyhound.
Third down and 14.
That's kind of what the doctor ordered coming into next week's contest. And next 2 football games are at home, and we get Rivercrest first and then Osceola. And both of those teams can play.
Yeah, look, it's nice to have some momentum going into next week.
Yeah, we need to play well the rest of this half and then finish this thing off in the second half without getting anybody hurt.
3rd and 14. Weak side handoff. He's hit. That's a big hit right there. We'll see who got it. Tariq Richardson.
Clark on the stop.
And Julius also, yes.
Gain of 4 brings up 4th down and 10.
Get to the original line of scrimmage and make it 4th and 10.
Hey, Joe, go get one more.
You would think they'd punt this one, or at least try.
I think we found out why they didn't punt a while ago. 3:38 in the second quarter. 35 zip Hounds.
There's the snap, fake handoff, quarterback keep. He's hit short of a first down. Turnover on downs.
Well, give those kids are trying hard. You're just outmanned. And
well, I mean, and looking back at what they ran so far, to me, I go back to that running pass that they did out there a while ago that was so effective. You know, to me, that looked like it'd be the perfect place for it. Because it's hard to run your quarterback to run up the gut 10 yards.
Now the Hounds with a chance to add more onto the 35-0 lead.
Ball at the 42-yard line for the Hounds. There's the snap. Joe Brodus up the middle. Joe Brodus trying to bounce outside. Joe Brodus got some daylight. Stiff arms the kid. Joe Brodus
on the carry. Wilson on the stop.
Finally tackled at the 16. Tough run right there, Joe Brodus.
Yeah, that's one of those effort plays you hear me talk about. I mean, he's just giving everything he's got to get outside and get himself open.
My good friends Larry and Zach Llewellyn and company, all down at 407 Walnut Street. Accounting services, tax prep and planning, management consulting services, and payroll, representing 3 generations of Greyhounds. Just finished up on my taxes today. Get them all mailed off Monday. Woo!
1st and 10. They will throw a flag.
You're looking for an
Illegal
accountant.
procedure
You're
against
looking for
Newport.
somebody that'll take care of you. I recommend Larry Llewellyn.
Another illegal procedure on the Hounds. Make it 1st and 15 now for.
Even though you're up 35, you need to keep it clean, keep focused, because if you don't stay focused, that's when injuries happen.
2:45, clock moving. And the Hounds are running some clock.
There's the snap. Cash handoff to Monquel. Monquel trying to get outside. Monquel does, and Monquel going to stretch in and get into the end zone. Touchdown.
Cox on the touchdown.
Monquel Cox.
Man, he just picks his way down the sideline, and I mean, he's getting every inch of the legal turf.
Yes, he is. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm fixing to have a cup of cake.
Hey, at halftime, brother, 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go. We're going to break out the Sadie's Main Street Suites. Jill has hooked us up tonight.
Rolando Noguez for the extra point. Rolando, good again.
Extra point kick is good. It's 42-0, and Bratcher won real estate. Another touchdown, and covering all the ground was Monquel. Wow, what a half for the Hounds. Still 2:23 left. You know, you look at this thing, and obviously the Hounds have been a dominant team here tonight, and I don't know that punting would have made much difference if these guys would have punted on those 4 or 5 occasions that I thought they needed to. They're just outmanned for sure. And then the sportsmanship rule will be in effect in the second half, and the Hounds will have a victory and on the road, not on the road physically, but on the road to looking ahead to our home games the next 2 weeks. Rivercrest and then Osceola, and they should be dandies. And folks, listen, we encourage you to come. We encourage you to support our young people. We encourage you to come support our school system, our community. Be there at the game and support these kids.
Fair catch at the 30.
Hey, he's backing them up. I mean, if you haven't been out lately to see the new concession stands, the bathrooms, as a part of the football facility, but go by and just drop by and take a look outside of what's coming out front of the basketball and volleyball facility there.
And go at night.
Yeah, go at night. If you're a Greyhound, it'll just give you goosebumps.
It will give you goosebumps, and just it's a big 40-something foot long Greyhound that's lit up, and it just stands out. It's a great welcoming sign to our campus. It's just really, really neat. And we thank Dr. Bennett and the Newport School Board for doing great things for our community.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Handoff up the middle.
Smith on the run for Corning.
Going to pick up about 3.
Pruitt and Fryer on the
just
stop.
kind of picked his way for those
Gain
three.
of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Got a couple of birthdays get to celebrate this next couple of days. My sister-in-law, Glenda Rutledge, May today, and Shane's birthday. He's getting older. Monday.
How old he be?
Shane will be 46.
2nd and 7, looking to pass. Here comes pressure, and he just throws it out of bounds.
And our daughter, Maylee,
Pass incomplete.
tomorrow she turns 23.
3rd down and 7.
23 biggins.
Yeah, we full of birthdays this weekend. We got the national holiday out of the way the week before last.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah. You only turn 50 once, I hope.
You only do, my friend.
I'm stopping right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, happy birthday to everybody.
Happy birthday.
Wished everybody had a cupcake.
We're going to.
There's a handoff. He's hit.
Man.
Julius Pruitt hit him first.
Grubb on the carry for Corning.
He got him, and Zane got him a dose of it too.
Emery on the stop. Brings up
Alex.
4th down.
I don't agree with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think put some linebackers in on that. We'll give Alex a little credit.
4th and call it 8 for the Bobcats.
1:10 clock moving. 42-0. Another 4th down situation here.
It looks like Corning's going to go for it.
Man.
There's motion. Fake handoff. Inside counter play. And short of a 1st down.
Grubb on the carry. Clark on the stop. Newport takes over.
Another turnover on downs.
I'm saying the Hounds will go to a knee.
I am hoping they do.
I'm hoping they do.
I think they've inflicted, the damage on the scoreboard, which this is a unique scoreboard. I will give you that much. There is nothing but the red neon lights of the numbers.
That's all you can see, isn't it?
That's it. That is it.
I thought that was my eyes.
No,
No,
brother.
I can't read home or guest. I just know that we've scored 42 and they haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hounds are going to.
Going to throw a flag.
Got a little false start on the Hounds.
Illegal procedure against the Greyhounds.
Going to that 3-back look now. Call it 1st and 15 for the Greyhounds.
We hadn't talked about it, but, Ty Drell not playing quarterback tonight, but he has played defense, so I guess he's gotten healthy.
And there's the snap. You're going to hand it off to O'Shea Pruitt. O'Shea Pruitt, tough running, going to get to the original line of scrimmage.
Pruitt on the carry.
Under 30 seconds to go here. Second quarter, Hounds up 42-0.
Hounds will not run another play.
Scroggin on the stop.
Greyhound boosters include the John Minor Jr. Crop Insurance at www.johnminorcrop.com. Facebook page at John Minor Crop Insurance and Real Estate. As the Hounds lead here 42-0 at the half. And coming up next is the Scottwood Ram Truck Center report with Richard Buffalo. I'm David Black. This is Richard Buffalo. We're at Scottwood Ram Truck Center in Newport. And folks, if you're looking for a great deal on a Ram truck, I don't know why you would not come by here. Go anywhere you want to go, get any price you want to get, then come check with us because we've got trucks, my friend.
We do.
Richard, how's it going, man?
It's going good, going good.
Everything lovely at the Ram Truck Center?
It really is.
Tell me about inventory.
Inventory's good. We've got some fresh stuff over actually this morning even. So got some Jeep Wranglers over here now, some 4-doors and some different half-ton trucks. So we've got some good inventory right now.
We want to remind the folks about how easy it is to purchase a vehicle here. I mean, you guys have plenty of financing and lots of different financing avenues. Talk about those.
So we do. We've got a lot of national lenders. We have as many as I would probably say 8 to 10 different national banks that are going to be as competitive as any local bank or probably even beat them, to be honest with you.
How does that work when somebody comes in and you give them their information for the credit app? How does that work in getting them financed as far as which institution's going to buy the paper, I guess?
Sure. So every bank kind of has their niche that they like to do. Some banks, prefer to do new car deals. Some banks like to, do used, and some banks like the older, higher mileage vehicles, which really and truthfully is what a lot of people like to buy because, they don't want to spend a bunch of money on a vehicle when they can get exactly what they need at a much cheaper price. So
you've got financing available for those type vehicles, and obviously we do new stuff. So all different array from a financing standpoint that we have.
That's right.
Well, we're at halftime here at Newport at Corning, and hopefully it's a great first half. Of course, we filmed before the ball game, obviously, and we don't know what's coming up in the second half. But we certainly wish the Newport Greyhounds well. But talking again we want to remind everybody about all of our inventory and where we can see our inventory on the web.
That's right. If you'll go to ScottwoodChrysler.com, you can see all new and used inventory there, and if you see something you like and you come by and it's not on our lot, hey, we can get it here for you. So
Richard Buffalo, my friend, good to see you. We appreciate Scottwood Ram Truck Center in Newport sponsoring the halftime show here on Cable Channel 15 TV.
Check out this 2012 Ram 1500 Limited, only $36,500, 4-inch lift kit, 35-inch mud tires, XD Badland wheels. You're not going to find a nicer pre-owned Ram truck than this one right here. Here I've got a 2017 Dodge Durango GT all-wheel drive, 35.5, low miles, really nice used Durango. I've also got a 14 Dodge Dart SXT, $13,000, guys. I mean, you're looking for something that gets good fuel economy, it's not going to kill your budget, the Dart's the car, all right? Last but not least, we've got a Buick Encore 15 model, 18.6, very nice small SUV. It's going to get good fuel economy, easy to park around town. Come check out these vehicles from us.
Hey, welcome back to the second half here at Corning Bobcat Field. The mercy rule will be into effect starting the second half. Hounds up 42-0. They pretty much had their way with the Corning Bobcats in the first half. We had one fumble and 1 or 2 penalties. I mean, we had a real good clean half. What do you think, Hayden?
It was all Hounds first half. They came out and they executed, and this is not the best football team we played this year by no means, but I mean, you got to come out and still. They had homecoming, they had all these festivities, and I mean, something like that will pep you up and get you to play above your head. And the Hounds just got the ball first and went down there and scored quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, we hit them in the mouth just like Piggott hit us, and they never regrouped, wasn't able to. They're, like you said, they're outmanned. We've got just way too much speed. I'm full as a tick. Shouldn't have ate it, but thanks to Sadie's Main Street Sweets, Jill and them, I mean, she hooked us up with a box full tonight. Hey, y'all give her a call or look her up on Facebook, Sadie's Main Street Sweets. She's at 870-217-2299. She does a great job. She delivers, and sounds like she's got a surprise in store for us, like she might have a mobile unit set up here in the near future. So, but I mean, her sweets are just outstanding. Everybody, when we come up in the stands now, everybody wants to know what's in our box tonight. And I mean, Dan, the Cupcake Man, our Our cameraman loves them just like I do. David had one that had some Snickers in it, I believe. So we're set to go here in the third quarter.
Rolando Noguez, Harris Ford kickoff. Kick off your fall savings with some great inventory at Harris Ford. And he's going to be hit short of the 35-yard line.
Glad to see everybody stay in their lanes. Wasn't much of a run back, and just as they were in the first half, they're starting out 30, 35-yard line. Just a beautiful night here in Cabot. Nice breeze. Corning, excuse me. I had to see. There you go. I was right. This offense had Cabot on my mind.
Last week it was really, really windy. Like Brian said, just football weather right now. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle. He's met. Oh, big hit right there. Julius Pruitt and
Smith on the carry.
Zane Watkins also got in on that.
2nd and 11.
Just great gang tackling. Got one that slowed it down. Rest of them come in pursuit and got him to the ground. 2nd and 11, 10:53 to go here in the third quarter. Hounds up 42-0. Sportsmanship rule in effect, so this second half will go fast.
There's the snap. Fake handoff. Quarterback trying to keep O'Shea Pruitt for a sack right there. O'Shea.
Pruitt on the stop. Hard on the keeper.
Just a great tackle. Took him down. Hounds picked up where they left off in the first half.
3rd down and 20.
Long third down for Corning.
Third and long for the Bobcats. There's the snap. That's just a toss play. I don't think that was designed
I think that was a busted play right there. They were playing hot potato in the backfield.
Gonna lose about 3.
Smith on the carry. Loss of 3.
Hey guys, when I lose my Greyhound jacket, I'm frustrated.
I understand completely.
Can't find it. Don't know what I did with it. I thought I had it right in my hands.
Maybe one of these Bobcats won't be a Greyhound for tonight.
I don't blame them.
Big 4th down. Looks like they are setting up for a punt. 9:34 to go here in the third quarter. Continuous running clock in the second half.
They only got 10 on the field. He's coming out here now. Make it 11.
Plenty of time left on the play clock.
There's the snap, high snap.
Yeah, we jumped on them. Gonna give them 5.
Offsides against Newport.
You know, I know Coach Hinsley tells these guys always just pin your ears back and go and go and go. But when it is 4th and 30 and you're up 42-0 to start the second half, there is no point in to go and block the punt. We shouldn't even be at the line of scrimmage right now.
I agree, Hayden.
There's the snap. Low kick. And not a very good kick, but it's going to be fielded at the 44.
Hounds take over, 8:25, 42-0 here in Corning.
Should be a short half with the gentleman's rule.
The gentleman's rule. I like it.
In play.
Yeah.
Now the first half was extremely long.
Yes. Well, I mean, you go down there, score, and then they get 4 plays, and they go for it, stopping, throwing.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago when we mercy ruled Walnut Ridge, we were out of there at 8:45.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's 8:34 already.
1st and 10, here's the snap. Cash looking to pass, going to throw the screen out to Garrett Body. Garrett Body's got space. That's great blocking right there for the Hounds, and Garrett Body's going to go score for the Newport Greyhounds.
Clean field.
Touchdown.
Body on the touchdown.
Forrester to Body.
44 yards.
Just great acceleration out there when he got in his lane and got to rolling.
Bratcher one, real estate, covered by Body.
Garrett Body.
He did good, didn't he?
We got a lot of speed on this team. If we can spread it out like we're trying to work on things tonight. Rolando Noguez going for the PAT. Good snap, good hold, and even
Extra
better
point's
kick.
good.
And it's good.
Probably going to start seeing some of the younger guys.
I like seeing that too.
I do too.
Because that's who's coming up. That's going to be the future. O'Shea Pruitt not going to be here next year.
Anytime you can get some of that Friday night action as a younger guy, it's just, you know, gravy on the biscuit for you. That's right.
Purdy's Flowers and Gifts, 815 Malcolm Avenue, John and Sheridan Chadwell, Mark McGoy Farms. Greyhound Boosters here on Cable Channel 15 TV. Howard's Glass Company, Rick Bass, carrying on the great tradition of Howard Bass of quality glass, door and window needs, fast, friendly, affordable service, and we'll get the job done very quickly for you. At Howard's Glass, Highway 367 north of Newport, 523-3771. Iberia Bank, located at 200 Olivia Drive here in Newport, offering all types of banking services. Billy Keaty and the crew say good luck to Coach Mark Hansley and the Newport Greyhound. And the Harris Ford kickoff.
Rolando Noguez, another high kick at the 30. He's hit. Host of Hounds going to tackle him.
That's the
Wilson
magic
on the
number
return.
in between the 30 and 35.
Yeah, looked like he got 32 that time.
Yep.
Guys, where'd my jacket go now? It's not that I need it. I don't want to really lose my Cable 15
Pruitt and
TV
Garcia
jacket.
I
on the
understand
stop.
completely.
Wow. Did I really have it? Did y'all hide it?
Yes, I handed it to you.
To you, I promise.
Wonder what I did with it.
We were getting ready for Facebook Live.
I must have dropped it.
Facebook Live brought to you by Mark Martin Power Sports. 6:30 we do our first one, again at halftime and after the game for a wrap-up.
1st and 10 on the 32 for Corning. Try to go dead call there.
49-0 Hounds.
Here's a snap, going to look to pass. Got a guy open. Makes a guy miss, and big hit right there. Julius Clark.
Pass complete to Hovis.
There's a nomination.
Newport Auto Body Shop Collision of the Week. That may be Julius
on the big
Clark.
hit.
That was Julius Clark, but he may have the hit of the week. That was a pop.
Second down and
It's a good
4.
form tackle right there.
Second and 4 for the Bobcats. Looking to pass. Stepping up. Finally got a guy, and he makes a great catch.
Pass complete to
Yeah,
Wilson.
enough for a first down. 4:33 and counting.
That's another
49-0 Hounds with mercy rule.
First down.
Sportsmanship rule is in effect. Running clock.
I'll give those guys credit. They're going fast. They want some positive things for their football team.
They did the same thing last night against in the junior high game. I mean, they didn't give up. 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Still looking to pass. It's empty set. He scrolls out to his right. Still looking, and then just going to throw it away. O'Shea Pruitt
Escorted him out of bounds.
Pass incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
He does get it off, make it 2nd and 10.
Churchman Building Center, Ace Hardware. We're more than just a building center. Paint, carpet, Carhartt clothing to go along with everything you need for building projects, from minor repairs to major renovations. Think Ace is the place. Highway 367 north of Newport, the Churchman family.
2nd and 10 on the 45. Going to swing it out to the tailback. He's still, Garrett Body going to trip him up. Thought someone was going to get there before.
Smith on the reception.
3:30, clock moving, 49-0 Hounds. It'll be a quick second half. We'll have the Subway Coaches Show and the George Kell Motor Company player of the game.
Third and 9 for the Bobcats. Here's a snap. Going to throw the screen. He's got a man open. He's got open field.
He lacked one thing.
Pass complete to Hovis.
Going to get at the 10-yard line for Corning.
Great setup play. I mean, just set up just perfect for him.
Well, the Hounds are, I mean, we brought pressure there, and we've been killing the run all night.
Clark and Body on the stop. That's another Corning. First down.
Nobody on the defense sniffed out the screen. And he had open field. And it's at the 10. Nope. Excuse me. Was that 13, David?
I can't see that far, my friend.
O'Shea Pruitt
Whatever it was, it's further back this way now.
It's at the 20 now.
Pruitt on the stop.
Well, they gave him, excuse me, 19.
Loss of 8.
2 minutes to play, third quarter, 49-0 in favor of the Greyhounds.
Leslie Foster, we have your phone in the press box.
I wonder if they have my jacket.
Ask them.
Well, they'll announce it here in a little bit, won't they? Cable 15 TV, you left your jacket in the press box.
Second and long, ball on the 19 now. After the sack from O'Shea Pruitt, man in motion, fake, gonna look to pass. He's gonna throw it deep, Garrett body all over him. Incomplete pass.
Pass incomplete.
1:30 and counting, third quarter, 49-0 Hounds here at Corning Bobcat Stadium. First half, it was crowded up here. Plenty of room now.
And it looks like we worked on our pass defense a little bit, getting more pressure, and also corners playing a little tighter. Here's the snap. Third and long, going to throw the screen. He's hit.
Got a flag down.
Julius Pruitt's going to be credited for the tackle.
Flag on the play.
I think they was holding Luke.
Pruitt on the stop. Holding against Corning.
We're going to decline it.
Penalties declined.
Make it fourth and long. Ball going to go back to the 20.
Clock continuing to run. We're 35 seconds to play. Third quarter action, 49-0 Greyhounds. Fourth and long.
There's the snap. Going to drop back, look to pass. Throws the screen again. He's got open field. I do not think he got the first down. No, he didn't.
That's twice tonight that Corning got down there in the red zone, and Hounds have held them out.
Turnover on downs, and that ends the third quarter. 49-0 in favor of the Newport Greyhounds.
Well, guys, it's been obviously dominating first half, and then the Hounds win that quarter 7-0. And I guess we had it just once. Is that correct? Offensively? Yes. Yeah. Oh, we had it one quarter. Yeah, that's probably right.
They got ball, went 3 and out, punted,
and then we got the ball and threw a long pass.
Oh, we threw just a little screen out.
Right.
Garrett, and he just took off.
Yeah. 49-0. It's been all Greyhounds tonight. Big football game coming up this week. Newport and Rivercrest at Newport. We need you.
Leslie Foster.
Yes.
Leslie
we
Foster.
Need you to join us.
Phone in the press box.
Want you to come and support our Newport Greyhounds. Support our kids. Kids still have a chance to do something very, very special. Need to win their next 3. It's all about playoff seedings and playoff draws. And if you finish 4th or 5th in this conference, I mean, it's not a very good draw, because you're going to play one of the two better teams in the state of Arkansas, either Prescott or Glen Rose.
You're going to play a team that's going to be in the state finals.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. Yes. Yeah, because I think those two are probably as good as anybody. And just got to keep plugging. Hope you get a little bit better, and got to win games from here on down the road. With 2 losses, the Hounds could ill afford to lose another one.
Got some subs on that offensive line, Hayden.
Zane's still going to be your center. Hunter Hurst checking in the ball game at left guard.
Yeah.
Looks like the rest of the line's the same. Handoff. Oh, Ty Drell. Excuse me, yep. Ty Drell in the game.
Got tackled from behind. .11:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Got a continuous running clock. Sportsmanship
Dixon
rule.
on the carry.
Hounds up 49-0.
Zaywin Smith checking
Rainwater
in.
on the stop. Loss of 3. Second down and 13.
Tariq, your running back. Ty Drill, your quarterback. James Dixon. It looks like Clemmy Alcorn also out there at your receiving corps. Tariq Richardson up the middle, and Tariq hits the hole, and Tariq is not going to stop. That's a touchdown. And the thing that look, Tariq doesn't give up. I mean, he's just running a 40-yard dash. But
Richardson on the touchdown.
when you do stuff like that and you start bringing other guys in, like Tariq, who doesn't get as many carries as Joe and Monquel, he's trying to prove himself to get in.
Absolutely.
And he's going to run as hard as he can. He's not just going to take 4 or 5 yards.
Right. He's going to get you 94, 95 like he did right at the end. Hit a hole just... Yeah, unfortunate for those guys that you can't ask your guys who don't get a lot of carries, don't play real hard. They have to play hard. They're trying to get playing time. 95 yards.
95-yard real estate.
Bratcher won real estate. Boy, he covered a lot of real estate there, didn't he?
The Hounds have all night. Rolando Noguez for the PAT. Snap, hold, kick in that order, and it is
Extra
good.
point's good.
That young man has came a long way in his career.
Rolando Noquez.
Only missed one this year. And it's
He's
blocked.
been very good. That's correct.
Blocked.
Yep, that's correct. He has been very, very good. 56-0 in favor of the Greyhounds. Clock still moving with the, what did you call it earlier? Not the sportsmanship.
gentleman's.
The gentleman's rule. I like that. I like that. The gentleman's rule. Yes, sir. I think they ought to call that all the time.
What do you call it, Brian?
Sportsmanship rule?
Sportsmanship. I didn't know. I thought you said something else.
Oh, it's now I'm stumped.
Some people call it
mercy rule.
Mercy
Some
rule.
people call it mercy.
Mercy rule.
Yeah.
And guys, we've been on both ends.
Yes.
We've been on both ends of it. So
Rolando Noguez. Kick high. And again at the 20-yard line. Hounds are going to get down there. Big hit right there.
And the 35-yard line.
Once
like
again.
all night long.
It's like, hey, we're going to let you come right here. No, you can't go past this line.
Here are the subs.
Let's get them all,
For your
guys.
Defense. Hunter Hurst, Spencer Mullinax, Xavier Foster. At defensive line, Chris Avalos also in.
Great deal.
Clemmy Alcorn, Joe Brodus, James Dixon, Mitchell Thomas, J.T. Haynes, Craig Falwell, and Monquel Cox all checking in.
Offsides against Newport.
Offsides on the Hounds.
$8:12 to go. Fourth quarter, 56-0.
Don't get beat deep here. There's a snap, handoff up the middle. He's got some room. Look like Chris Avalos.
Smith on the carry.
Yeah, baby.
Backus on the stop. That's another Corning. First down.
I believe it's Chris's first year to play, and he's a senior.
That's correct. That is correct.
There's a snap, handoff up the middle, give it to the big fella, and he's hit. Clemmy Alcorn.
Rogers on the carry. Pruitt on the stop.
Clemmy Alcorn, one of those sophomores getting some playing time.
Donovan Biggers.
Gain of
Donovan
3, second
Biggers.
down and 7.
23 in the game.
He moved here from Augusta about 4 years ago.
Is that right?
Played with his older brother. Here's the snap, going to look to pass. Going to try to throw it deep.
Donovan.
We're going to pick it. Donovan Biggers. Donovan. That guy right there, I watch him in practice, and he has got a
Diggins
motor.
on the interception.
Really?
He's a young guy. Let's see.
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
Yeah.
Another sophomore. And I think on any other team he'd play, but we got so many backs.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a 3-back system, and it's hard to get some playing time and some reps with those guys in front of you.
He looked good there. He looked good there.
That tar water coming out to quarterback?
Gideon Ball also out there. Zach Cooper.
Coop. Get down, Coop.
I played some running back last year and had that ACL tear and hard time staying healthy. Going to hand it off to the big Zach Cooper. I'm telling you, Zach
Look
Cooper is a load.
He kept spinning and churning.
Yeah, 5'10",
Cooper on the
220.
carry.
Solid.
Yes.
First down, Newport.
Clock moving, 5:40 to play in the game, 56-0.
Clemmy Alcorn coming to the H-back. Hand off Zach Cooper again. Zach Cooper, tough running.
Cooper on the carry.
George
Wilson
Kell Motor
on the
Company
stop.
player of the game. Coach Mark Hasley report brought to you by Subway in the Walmart Supercenter. All immediately following the conclusion of the broadcast. And folks, if you need a dent repaired, you need some major auto body work, you just need a fender painted, you need a dent taken out, Newport Auto Body Supply is the place to go. Guy's been there with many, many years experience, and they're formerly in the Brand Body Shop. That's their location. Do a little business.
Zach Cooper runs the guy over.
Cooper on the
With
carry.
Newport Auto Body in the collision of the week. We've had several.
Burkhardt on the
Julius
stop.
Clark.
Julius Clark. We'll hand that award out here with 4.5 to go in the game. Here, Julius, here's your award.
Zach Cooper going to check out now a different style running back with Mitchell Thomas.
This guy can go.
He has got wheels. 3rd and 7. Here's the handoff. Nope, Gavin gonna look like a busted play. And Gavin's gonna go pick up a few.
That's a way to stay alert there, Gavin.
Tarwater's on the carry.
Some miscommunication there.
4th down and a couple.
Under 4 to go in the 4th quarter. 56-0 Greyhounds.
And we look like we're gonna go for it. Inside the 35. See if we can get this one right here. There's the snap. Tarwater to hand off to Mitchell. Mitchell Thomas cuts backfield. Mitchell Thomas, he's got wheels. Mitchell Thomas getting to the corner. Mitchell Thomas touchdown.
Thomas on the touchdown. Flags are on the play.
There's flags on the play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Newport.
Against Newport. That's our 2nd tonight. Don't like saying that. I know Coach Hinsley will have a talk with him about that. That's just not how you play football.
I didn't see it because I was watching Mitchell, do his thing.
Well, I think there's some discussion now about whether or not maybe it came after the play. Is that the discussion?
They threw the flag about when Mitchell was inside the 5. I don't think he was quite in the end zone.
Well, the clock continues to move while this discussion is going on, and that's good. .218, clock moving.
Corning still got a pretty good little fan crew here.
Yes, they do. Had a great crowd tonight.
So it was after he scored. Now the Hounds go for 2. Is that correct?
Was there, or maybe there? I don't know.
There was no signal. We know that he was inside the 5 when the flag was called. Here's the snap. Mitchell Thomas up the middle. Mitchell Thomas runs him over. Mitchell Thomas touchdown.
Thomas on the 2-point conversion.
On the 2-point conversion. So we had 56. They got to give us 8 more.
Okay.
Should be.
Is that really what?
So the unsportsmanlike was after.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've got it right now, 64-0. Wow. Yeah, Mitchell gets credit for the touchdown. We went for the 2-point conversion there and made it.
And I don't think that John Bradley knew that it was a touchdown.
I don't think our side knew.
He's over there talking to him right now.
Right.
I don't think that he knew because they never said.
Well, nobody knew. Nobody knew, and yeah, no doubt. I think we would have kicked. We would have tried the extra point, but for one, we weren't trying to go for two.
Wouldn't there have been a penalty assessed after the touchdown?
It would have been. It had to have been on the kickoff.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to mark it off here on the kickoff. Instead of kicking from the 40, we're going to have to kick from the 25. And obviously the Hounds went for two because they just didn't know. I mean,
because that's terrible.
Referees gave no signal on the field that it was a touchdown after the penalty. So I think there was some confusion. We saw Coach Bradley come up and say, "Look, I didn't know we had a touchdown, so I was just trying to get a touchdown." So he wasn't going for two to try to run it up. We just didn't know. Nobody knew, including us.
They're not going to kick off.
Rolando's not going to kick off, and it's going to end the game. Hounds 64. Corning Bobcat 0.
Guys, quickly, final thoughts, Brian.
Everything just went our way. Our guys played hard. Our guys played real clean. Had a couple of bonehead penalties, but I'm sure, as you said, they'll get to visit with the coaches and probably clean that up for next week because you can't afford those the next 2 weeks, I promise you.
Hayden, what about tonight?
Well, I promise you one thing. That will not be the same outcome next week. We're playing a really good football team in Rivercrest. I mean, it was a ball game last year at Rivercrest. I mean, it was 4 quarters. It was just a hard-fought game, and I think this right here gives you a little bit of boost after the big loss to Piggott, and gives you that boost and might set you over the edge to beat Rivercrest.
I think you're absolutely right. A great confidence booster for the Hounds. 64-0, they win it. And the Hounds next week, folks. And again, we ask you to join us. Big stats on the night. I can't see it, but we'll go over some of the stats.
Joe Brodus, 7 rushes, 141 yards. Monquel Cox, 4 rushes for 131. Tariq had 1 rush for that 95-yard. Mitchell Thomas, 2 for 37. And Zach Cooper had 3 of 18. And Cash Forster, 3 of 4 for 86 yards and 2 TDs and no interceptions.
Wow.
Garrett Body and Julius Clark getting the receiving, 57 and 29. Leading tackler looks like it's going to be Julius Pruitt.
Julius, he had a great game. He had a great game.
9 tackles.
Yeah, he had a great game.
And also had a sack, but O'Shea 8.5 and 2 sacks. So, I mean, and you got guys, Tydrell Fryer, 1.5, Clemmy, 2, Alberto, 4, Zane, 3, Garrett Body, 2.5, Tariq, 1.5. I mean, just guys played hard all night and did what they were supposed to.
We thank the human highlight reel, Austin Lane, or Brian Underwood, whichever you prefer.
It's Austin Lane, the human highlight.
The human highlight reel with the stats for us. Thank you, my friend, from 96.7, and what a job those guys do on the radio covering the Hounds, the sounds of the Hounds. But Hounds win it here 64-0. Thanks for joining us. Till next time, so long, everybody. Player of the game, Connor Prince, joins us here on the end of the broadcast, the George Cal Motor Company Player of the Game. Connor, welcome to the program.
How you doing?
Hey, tell us a little bit about tonight's ball game. Tell us about, it was a game we really had to win.
We needed to, and I think it was good for us. Everybody showed up and showed out. We had a bunch of new people in the game, like Hunter Hurst. He came in and did his thing. Really helped us out there towards the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, it clicked from the very beginning tonight. We did what we had to do. Talk a little bit about offense, putting up a ton of points.
Well, you have people like Julius Clark and Garrett Body and Pooh Bear and Joe, and they're going to do their thing every week, and there's nothing that's going to stop them, really.
What makes an offensive lineman go out there? I mean, the thrill. I was an offensive lineman. They don't call your name when we score a touchdown. They hardly ever put your name in the paper. But what does it feel like when you know you've done your job and you watch that guy cross that end zone?
Well, when you pull and hit somebody and you look up and your receiver's 10 yards or your running back's 10 yards downfield, there's no other feeling that you can describe it.
Feels great, doesn't
awesome.
it? Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir. And we want to relish tonight's victory, and it's great that we get back on the winning track. We got a lot of work in front of us. Yes, Rivercrest coming up. I mean, congratulations on your big victory tonight. We got to play football the next 3 weeks.
Yes, sir. I think we will. We need to show up and just treat them like any other opponent and play like we did tonight, and we'll click and on all cylinders and we'll hopefully come out with victory.
I think we will, my friend. Connor Prince, we appreciate you taking time to join us up here in the booth. Hey, listen, we are excited about where the program is. We're excited about how you guys are playing, and I know it's fun being out there on a night like tonight when it's 64-0. Connor Prince, our Georgia Cal Motor Company player of the game. Subway and Walmart Supercenter brings you the Coach Mark Hinesley show, and Coach, 64-0 tonight, and from the very opening kickoff, from the first play of the ball game, it was all Greyhounds.
It was, and it's like I said. There you go. Like I said at halftime, when all three phases are clicking like we did tonight, it really special to me because we want to see all three phases of the game really click like that, and when it does, man, it's great to watch.
Well, we had some huge runs, we had some big plays. Our defense just was outstanding once again, back to running to the football and making plays. We as a coaching staff, you guys as a coaching staff, put kids in a position to make the plays, and then they've got to execute the game plan. Tonight we did that.
Yeah, and we talked about it last week how sometimes preparation and execution don't really go hand in hand sometimes, and you really saw when execution met the preparation, or preparation met their execution, and the kids did, man. They flew to the football. We tackled pretty well. A few of the big plays we give up tonight were on just my calls. So I thought the kids played real well. They got in position. They got themselves to the play side, and it just when you see the kids have fun and gelling together like that. And it's like I told them at the beginning of the game, is that win or lose, that's what I want to see. That's a team I want to see, because I know deep down that is a team that will be competitive. That is a team that will win. So that's a team I want to see, and that's a team that we're capable of. And man, it was just special to see.
Well, no doubt about it. And you want to look forward, because it's such an exciting time of the year.
Yeah.
Anytime you get where every game has something to do with playoff implications because of seedings, then you get to look forward to, and you can't look to Osceola and you can't look to Manila. You gotta say we played great tonight, but we've got a tremendous challenge on our hand.
Yeah.
A good football team coming in to play a good football team at home. We have a big advantage, need a big crowd. Talk a little bit about Rivercrest.
And that's the thing, Rivercrest, all we've heard about them is that the same team as last year? Oh no, they got more speed this year. And I was like, so we know what's coming up next week, and we gladly take the challenge. And it's not going to be an easy challenge, but it's something that I want to see our kids compete in.
Yes.
It's something I really, it's like I said, last week, the teams that I want to see us compete against are those kind of teams. I want to see us compete against the big dogs in our conference, and I am so ready to get back home to start looking at film on Rivercrest, because I'm ready. And there's something about a win that really just motivates you. There's something about a loss that motivates you too. But I'm just ready to go back to kind of get after some Rivercrest on film and see what we can do against them.
Well, I do know this, and coaches talk about this a lot. They talk about their plays leaving it all on the field, and it's just that's what our kids have got to do. And we need a huge crowd, and we talked all night tonight about inviting our crowd. Come support our kids, come support our school, come support. It's going to be a huge football game in Newport, Arkansas this Friday night.
And these kids feed on that. You just really don't know how much they feed on the crowd and the positiveness of the crowd. And we talked about at the beginning of the game is based off of last week's game, I told them please don't look at the scoreboard. Just do what you can do on every single snap, and that's what I saw out of our team tonight. So, if we can carry over that till next week for some Rivercrest, man, I'm ready to play already. I really am.
Coach Mark Hinesley, congratulations on a huge victory tonight, 64-0, dominating fashion for the Hounds, and looking forward to Newport and Rivercrest coming up this week, and excited that you got to join us for such a great outcome tonight, my friend.
Yes, sir. It's good to be here.
Go Hounds.